Hi, good afternoon. Today, we're going to go through how to create professional emails. This skill is very important, especially if you are about to work. All right, let's go through some of the most important part, no? In terms of sending emails, first, in terms of email address, use a professional name that can be easily associated with you. So, for example, you may use Mary Celestine Reyes at gmail.com. Don't use cutesy email address like qtbtsshipper23 at gmail.com. At the end of the day, you want people to, one, get easily associate the email address to you. Second, you want them to think that you are professional. All right? So use a professional name that can easily be associated with you. Now, when conducting business transactions, use the work email that is given to you. All right? Always remember that whenever you conduct business transactions, use the work email and not the personal email. Some common professional emails are usually it's your first name and last name at company.com. So the .com end means that it's a company, a private company. First name, last name at organization.org. The .org means that it's part of an organization or your company is an organization. And then if you're a teacher, you might also encounter the first name, last name at school, the name of the school, .edu.ph. So that means that that's from an educational institution. All right? So when conducting business transaction, use the work email that is given to you. Subject. When you type an email, utilize the subject line. In your subject line, you just need to write the summary of or the key idea of the files or the message that you have submitted. So for example, if you're going to submit the inventory of supplies, what you're going to put in on the subject line is just inventory of supplies _ July 2021. You do not write, "Sir, ma'am, here's the inventory of supplies for July 2021. Please check, thanks, regards." You don't write that on the subject. All right? So what you write there is a summary or the key idea of the message or the document that you have submitted. Now, let's take a look at the two ZC and BCC. What does that mean? So the two, that's easy to understand. Two is you put in the email address of the receiver of your message. The CC is a carbon copy. It means that somebody else will receive the email thread of the conversation. Usually, we put in the CC our supervisor or immediate bosses. So, supervisor name at company.com. Now, the BCC is a blind carbon copy. That means that you are sending the email thread to a person, but the receiver of your message will not know that that person is in the email looped. All right? So usually we do that if we need to submit some significant information. So boss of the immediate boss at company.com. So BCC is blind carbon copy. That means your receiver will not know that you have CC'd the boss, the boss of the boss. All right? So that's 2CC and BCC. Now, whenever you write a message, remember to keep it simple, clear, and to the point. Of course, you start with a salutation. Dear Miss, Mr., Mrs., Director, Attorney. I actually also use hi. Hi, Miss, Mr., Mrs., Director, Attorney. That's also okay, so that there's a sense of friendliness. So, your message could be like this. Hi, my name is Herba Santiago from the Supplies Department. Sending here the supplies inventory _ July 2021 for your immediate review. Thank you for your time. Of course, you have to attach the document. Notice the techniques. Here are the 3 techniques the first thing is you chunk your information. Notice that it's not one continuous, it's not continuous sentences. What I did is I chunked them. Hi, my name is Herba Santiago from the supplies department. One paragraph. Second paragraph, sending here the supplies inventory July 2021 for immediate review. And then the third is, thank you for your time. Chunking allows your receiver to not be overwhelmed by your message. So chunking is a good technique. The second thing that I want you to notice is the use of the bold letters. All right? I put them in bold so that my receiver will easily see those information. So those are significant information. That's why they were in bold. You could use bold, you could underline, or you could also italicize them. Again, when you're sending a message, keep it simple, keep it clear. And here's one example. Or if your email is an invitation, remember the technique, no? Again, chunk them and then put in bold all the important details. So for example, dear Mr., Miss, Mrs. Director Attorney. Hi, my name is Herba Santiago from the Supplies Department. This is to invite you to attend the monthly departmental meeting on July 10, 2021 at 1 p.m. The meeting will be held via Zoom. Link will be given before the meeting. The agenda of the meeting is to discuss the daily sales quota and updates regarding the inventory supplies. Thank you for your time and see you there. All right. Notice two techniques. The first one is it has to be very specific. They know exactly how they're going to conduct the departmental meeting. It's going to be via Zoom. When it's going to happen. It's on July 10 at 1 p.m. And why they're doing the departmental meeting. Okay? The agenda is identified. Okay, they will be discussing the daily sales quota and updates regarding the inventory supplies. This is how you send email. It has to be purposive, it has to be clear, straightforward, but all the important details are there. All right, so that's the message. In terms of the closing sentence, there are various words that you can use. I usually use best regards. Best regards is very professional, but you want them to give, you want to give them your best regards. I use warm regards. I usually use warm regards if I'm sending messages to my students, to my co-teachers, especially if we have a harmonious relationship. In my school, we actually have a harmonious relationship. I usually use warm regards. So there's a sense of closeness if we use warm regards. Another safe closing sentence is sincerely yours. No, sincerely yours is professional. You could also use words like cheers, but you have to be careful when you're using cheers. Make sure that you're a little bit close with the person that you're sending this with, or what you want to establish is that there's a harmonious and a playful relationship between the two of you. If that's what you want, then go for cheers. I usually don't use most respectfully. I don't use that only because even if you don't use the word most respectfully and you're straightforward, that's already respectful, right? It's overkill. To a certain extent, it makes you a little bit lower within the power dynamics. I don't usually use that. I want in terms of communication, I want me and my receiver to have an equal relationship. So yours most respectfully yours. I don't usually use that because there's an assumption that simple things and to the point things are not respectful, but it's not. All right. So to me, the best closing sentences are sincerely yours, best regards. But if you want to use that, that is your choice and you are free to do that. Now, let's look at the signature. In terms of the signature, you see that there's actually, when you go to the settings part, you have the option to write the signature. In my personal email, I put in my name, Miss Herbal Santiago. My designation, I'm a writer, I'm a teacher, and my vlog, not vlog, but blog, my blog, Herbal Santiago manunulat.wordpress.com. Now, these are the details that I want to, uh, these are the details that I want my recipients to always associate with me. So that's what I put in my signature. In my school email address, what I put there is not this one. What I put is Miss Herbal Santiago, IBDP, um, English Language and Literature Facilitator, the name of my school, and then the website. Okay, the website of the school. So you could also do that. So your name, your designation, um, the company name, and then the contact details of your company, or the company you're working at. Okay. Now let's look at receiving emails. Now, it's very important to acknowledge that you have received the emails, because it will ease the worry of the person who have sent it. So here are my ready responses: acknowledging receipt. Um, that's the simplest. Or I'll say, got this. We'll read this thoroughly and get back to you if I have any questions. You can also use this. Or if it's an invitation for a meeting and you will be there, thanks for this, will be there. Notice that for this kind of answers, you can try to be a little bit casual. I am casual because I'm not using the I will. I was using the casual, will read this, will be there. So when you're acknowledging the receipt, you can choose to be casual. Now, this is also another thing that I want to discuss: the difference between reply and reply all. Now, a lot of conflict in the workplace has happened because people do not use or do not differentiate the reply and the reply all. The reply button, you use it if your reply is relevant or directed towards a particular person. If that reply is relevant to one person. Alright? It's very important to make sure what your intended message is and who is the intended recipient of your message. Reply all is you use it if your reply is relevant or directed towards the majority of or all the recipients in the particular email thread. If it's gonna be easier, if it's gonna be more efficient, for example, you're asking a question that is relevant to all, you can post it and use the reply all, right? And then when someone answers, everyone will be able to see what you have put in. Now, here's the annoying part. Sometimes we use reply all when we only mean to reply to one single person. Remember that if you use reply all, everybody will be notified. Everybody will be notified. Everybody in the email thread will be notified. And so, people are very busy. During this pandemic, a lot of people are doing a lot of things. So, it's annoying to get emails, but it does not include them. Emails that are not relevant to them. Remember also that because of the work from home phenomenon, a lot of people are having email anxiety. Sometimes we dread emails because emails equals work. And so for some people, they do not like to receive emails that are not relevant to them because it triggers their anxiety. All right? So be careful of using reply. Use it if your message is only relevant to one person. Avoid using reply all. Right? So that's reply and reply all. Now the forward button is you use it to forward an email that has been sent previously. In the workplace, sometimes people will forget that you have sent, for example, the supplies inventory July 2021, and that is valid. People can forget things. It's okay. That's why you have the forward button. You can refresh their memory. Sending it here again, the supplies inventory July 2021 document. All right. And then that will manage the conflict. All right. So that's forward. Now, in terms of follow up, I actually just have very simple reminders and tips regarding follow up. Usually, the follow up protocol is 1 to 2 days after you send the message. All right. Before you send a follow up email, wait for 1 to 2 days. Okay. Why? 1 to 2 days allows your recipient to digest your message and process your message. Another thing is they might not be in the office at that time, or it might be their day off. So it is acceptable that they will not be able to answer to your email immediately. That is actually the disease of the Gen Z and the millennial generation. We like instant responses. I noticed that from all my students. They want, almost all of them, no, at first, needs to get their information fast, right? But that actually is not very professional. You have to let other people, you have to give them time. Remember that they have work, right? They have flow. They have their own way of doing things, right? So let them, give them the space to answer you within the time that they want to. All right. Okay? So give them 1 to 2 days before you send a follow-up email. Now, how do you do that? So you say, "Hi, may I follow up on this concern? Thanks, Miss Herbal Santiago." So it could just be a very simple follow-up email like that. Now, of course, there's a caveat. If the matter is urgent, then you can say it. "Hi, I'm sorry to send an email to send a follow-up, but this is very important. This is urgent. So may I ask if the reply is ready?" All right. But what I want you to understand is that you should give space, right? You should give space so that your receiver will have time to digest and to process your message. Okay? So that's following up. And the last thing that I want you to know is that there's actually a vacation responder button on the setting. I usually activate that during my day off, and I usually put this message: "Hi, got this message. However, Friday and Saturday are my day off, so I can't attend to this concern as of the moment. Rest assured that I will get back to this as soon as the business hours start. Have a good day." All right. Look at that. It's Friday and Saturday. That's really my day off, and it's not the usual day off of everyone. So sometimes you have to clarify, right? So that the expectation in terms of your reply is set correctly. All right. So you can use vacation responder so that people will not automatically assume, right, that you can answer that immediately. It's okay to enforce boundary, and email has a button that allows you to do that. All right. So that is our topic for today: how to send professional emails. I hope that has helped you. So good luck, and I wish you all the best. So for more of this kinds of learnings, please click the subscribe button, and also the notification bell, so you will be notified if there's a new video. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you become successful in whatever endeavor you choose. Have a good day. Bye.